I'd like to welcome you all this evening to the Shipyards. Thank you for coming out and supporting our organization, Men and Women of Courage. We'd like to thank the Shipyards, Kim and Jim Lucas, and Anthony Giardini for their support this evening, for having us here this evening, so thank you. These are just some of the mentees that we work with on a weekly basis. These are the men and women of courage. Give them a round of applause, please.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. We really appreciate you. And if you guys didn't know that we are working with Lorain County Domestic Relations Court, we are mentoring the kids in the youth probation area into the detention home once a week and outside. And it's a big project for us, but we really appreciate all the support we get as we work with those kids who found themselves in some trouble. So once again, thank you. Everybody enjoy yourself. God bless.
In my personal growth, it takes me back to my childhood. I've just recently got 2 mentees that I get to mentor, and it just gives me a lot of enjoyment. Bring me back when I was little, people helping out, helping my mom and dad, because my mom and dad got split up when, divorced when I was 3 years old. And we had 3 boys, 3 hard-headed boys, just trying to raise them on our own, which my father was still there though, but anyway. I just enjoy giving back. It just takes me back to my childhood.
For me individually, people thank me for helping these kids, but to be honest, it's helped me grow as an individual, as far as realize things about myself that I didn't know. So I appreciate Men of Courage, Anthony and Tony, coming up to me that day at Fligners. It's really changed my life for the better.
Men of Courage has been a good thing. It's given me a chance to get back involved with the community that I grew up in. Gives me a chance to work with some kids that might need it, and just be more of a physical presence for them in case they need some kind of male guidance in their life, that they can come to me and we can talk about things and work it out.
Well, I think it's actually made me just a happier person, helping others, seeing the good in people. There's a lot of good people out there, volunteers, and there's some great kids that need assistance, and it's just brought a lot of joy to my life.
The ability to actually be able to speak to them, this new day age, the youth speaks through social media. Really that one-on-one mentorship has been non-existent for a couple of years. So now we have the ability to actually put our hands on them per se, be able to speak to them one-on-one, build that connection instead of speaking over a text message or a Facebook post. This gives us the ability to speak to them one-on-one so they can feel that we're genuine in what we say.
A lot of times as youth, we all have experienced troubles, and sometimes it's nice to just have someone there to talk to and lend a listening ear, so I'm glad I could do that.
I think Men of Courage is going to keep growing because we're putting ourselves to work to recruit people here in the community. I think we're going to keep building collaborations with businesses, high schools, elementaries, branching out of Ohio maybe in the future. So I think there's a lot of growth there in the future.
Obviously, it's a community effort. Children are our future. Just take a look at what's happening here today. These people came together to help the children of the Lorain County community. I think when people come together, you can accomplish wonderful things, and this is a fine example.
I feel as though Men of Courage will continue to grow as an organization as they bring in more mentors for these children. I think also as they expand their reach throughout Northern Ohio, the Men of Courage program is set up to succeed. And I think the more organizations they pair with, the more high schools they pair with within Lorain County, will just advance them further and further as we help these kids out.
This is the first year with the Women of Courage component, and so I'm very excited to be a part of that. I think that the team is strong and we all care about growing and knowing that we need to be here for the youth. So I feel like in the future years, we will only continue to expand the number of mentees and mentors.